Hello everyone, HachaNecropolis over here, and another video of my Bladestorm character in Path of Exile. You know, I have been playing this one, and I did two previous videos if you want to check them out, because this one is going to be really short. I don't want to also post a POV because not much has changed, apart from really easy things. One of them is, of course, as you can see, we have our Ashes of the Stars with Panopticon. Of course, I waited until I got this one, so you can see it's perfect with all the stats. And I have 28 quality because it was really cheaper than the one with 30. Then we have a Bladestorm of Uncertainty 2123. That makes it so we have 9 max Bladestorms. You can see it really fast over here, like it's some attack speed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and all of them doing damage at the same time. Of course, if you pop it on the same place, you will be doing damage with all of the Bladestorms. You can also, if you want, and if you see that you don't have really a good reach around with your current area, you can change to Sand Stance. You will do around 20% less damage, because as you know, you are losing the 16% more and then doing 5% less, 21% less damage. It's like losing a support. But even if you put the 2 ones there, get some attack speed, it's a little bit easier to get. I'm just moving around to demonstrate that we can get the 9 Bladestorm, but you can of course do them just in place. And you will have all of those Bladestorm doing damage, and the Sand one too, because they move quite slow, as you can see. And then I also got boots with Tailwind. These boots are not crazy or anything special. They are just some life, fire resistance, and lightning resistance. Of course, if you can get them with more resistances, with more life, and more move speed, or get the awakened Tailwind mod, that will be, of course, even better. Of course, the elevated one that gives you more effect. We are still doing the same thing with our 2 rings, getting the self chill. I'm not using Forbidden right now, but it's in the cards to get some bursts of damage. My gloves haven't changed. Ideally, I want to get attack speed, and when I change to undeniable, also get accuracy. But this is just fine right now. You can see even it's a lesser mod, we will buy grants eventually. The one with withered inflicts expires lower. It's really good because right now we are alone. Remember, I want to get the savior, but we are having a little bit of an issue getting it because all of the ones that are on trade right now are corrupted with resolute technique or super expensive 15 divines and above. I also want to do other things. I will of course take these nodes off and then get another cluster, get a better cluster. I have decided to drop a blood scent, the blood scent keystone, and use martial prowess and feed the fury. It's way cheaper. I'm also going to do one secret tech later when I get more money, but I will explain that in another occasion. If you're curious which Lethal Pride I used, it's this one, but it's unlikely that you get the same one because they are of course really rare. This one gives me 20% double damage. And then some fire resistance. I will eventually of course get also this extra physical damage, Warcry buff effect, and another double damage here. I of course put some tattoos for fire resistance because I was lacking it. Now, as you can see here, 90, but the idea is to get these points off and then get some more resistance somewhere. As I'm going to go this way, I will likely get some dexterity into also tattoos, and because these will help a little bit with other things, it's likely that I will also be able to take this one off, leaving 1 point more. Ideally, I get a savior with melee hits 45, but it's going to be really hard. I've seen some, but they were really bad. And I take this point off, so I get 3 more maximum 45, and capping 45 is not going to be hard when we get our awakened multi-strike and also level our other harms. Right now, all of these are 20. We want, of course, them being 21, 23. It's going to take a while. We are going to go back to Alba and farm. I also have to get a new axe. I want to do it on the graveyard if possible, but if not, I'm going to buy one. The ones that I have right now are like 300 and something DPS. I can fix them with meta crafting, but I would prefer to use that meta crafting money into getting better corpses. Being, of course, the one that boosts rolls and adjacent, so I get more value on my scarcer gems and other things that are a bit more pricey, and also to create a copy. I was lucky and got one of the copy ones. I also have a split one here, chance to create a split copy, and the one that would really hand, of course, is the chance to craft an additional item. I'm going to, of course, buy more of this, ideally being beasts, and I will put a beast amplifier and then one row and one column and then one row and one row to get as much buffing as possible on those. I'm going to use 4, the one for 20, and then with all of those amplifiers I should be able to get 2 extra items, making it a little bit better. Of course, 30% quality, blah blah blah, and all the physical mods that we really want on an axe. If it doesn't work, it's likely that I will try it 2 or 3 times, because it's really more cost effective to do that than to buy one of the ones that are like 100 divines. I also have to do the Abyssal swap. That's also going to cost like at least 10 to 15 divines. It's also a really big damage increase, so I will try to do that as soon as possible. And for that is kind of the update. To get a new reach around, I am doing around double the damage that I was doing before, because we have 2 more Bladestorms and also Tailwind, and of course Perma Onslaught right now when we are clearing. Sadly, when we are on a boss, we still don't have the means to get those frenzies, but eventually we will get them. Remember, with this mastery when we have the savior. So that was everything. Have a nice day, and I will do an update as soon as I get more gear. Bye bye.